We want to be able to solve out these three different types. You guys will see them on your test. Our first one here, find the slope of the line. There's two ways to do it. You can use the equation m is equal to negative a over b. We're in standard form. We're going to get negative 3 is our a, and b is our 5. So we should get 3/5. The other way you can do it is by solving out and putting it in y-intercept form, which comes back to the one to the right. If I add 3x to both sides, our 3x's are going to go away, leaving me 5y is equal to 3x plus 10. Solving for y, dividing both sides by 5. Y will be equal to 3/5 x plus 2. In this case, again, 3/5 is our slope. Whichever way works for you, you'll have to do probably much both on both tests. It will ask you, give you a standard equation, it will ask you what is a slope. You can use either method. The one to the right, solving it again, we want to put it into standard form or slope-intercept form. Our slope-intercept form for this is y is equal to mx plus b. So we want to be able to put it in that form. Not asking us for the slope this time. We're going to go ahead and add 6 to both sides, 6x to both sides. Isolating the 7y by itself. 6x plus 14. Those cannot be added because they're not like terms. We divide both sides by 7. 7 and 7. Reducing. Y is by itself now. We get 6/7 x plus 2. That's what you wrote. That's our equation for that one. Solve for P. Solving for P is just solving a multi-step problem. This follows do not call Mexico after midnight, distribute, combine like terms, move small value of x, multiply, divide, or no, add, subtract, multiply, divide. Okay. For this one here, I want to don't first or distribute. So we give me negative 19 2y equal to 3 minus 24p. Call is combine like terms. Both sides are already combined. We want to move small value of x, so the smallest value would be our negative 24. We move it over to the other side. We are going to get negative 19 plus 22p equals to 3. Don't call Mexico after means add or subtract. I'm going to add 19. Bless you. Simplifying this out, we're going to get 22p is equal to 22. Midnight stands for, the M and the D stands for multiply or divide, which we're going to divide out both sides by 22. P is equal to 1. We'll put this up on top. B is equal to 1. All that work to find that out. Good stuff? Okay. The handout that you guys have, pull that out. Copy down the following. Now we're talking about word problems. Word problems are going to be important problems to go over. Okay, so we are going to take some time and do them. I'm going to hopefully break them down very simply today. I hope you guys set them up for several of them. We'll get you guys going. So in these type of problems, we want to identify the types and variables. I'll show you guys what we're going to write for those. We're going to look at total costs and how it changes over time. So we'll let y be the total cost, x be the change. Determine the initial cost and amount charges over time, and I'll show you how to do this. The start cost. How much does it charge? How much does people, does it cost for them to come out? How much you pay up front? The down payment. We have specific words for those. And how much it changes over time. $30 an hour, $14 an hour. Okay. Place the information within the context of the problem. I'll show you guys how to set that up. We want to put it into a y equals mx plus b form, and I'll show you what that looks like because we want to be able to see it as a line. Then we're going to solve using elimination or substitution. In these cases, they're going to be a lot easier just using substitution. One thing I want you guys to write down, do me a favor and write it down for me. In the first box, we're going to do it together, so it's going to be cool. In this little area, because we want this to look like y is equal to mx plus b, we want it to kind of look like that. And I'll show you why. We're going to give these parts names so we can help us determine specific things about our equation that we're creating. Our y here, we're considering this the total cost, or total. How much you're going to pay at the end of it. Okay. If you have a gym membership, you do this. If you have a cell phone bill, you do this. A car payment, you're going to do this. Oh, Bonco's at the new, he's at the top now. Yeah. Yep, sorry, yep. Okay. M is the, we're going to call this the change cost. Changing cost. Per month. Per something. Per month. Per year. Per hour. Okay, that's our change part. The X will represent time. How much time has passed. That'll make sense in a little bit. And then our final one here, we're going to look at B, in which will give us, let's look at purple, where B is the start, initial. Okay, we're going to look at these different types of costs. Okay, word problems are always confusing because it's hard to see the pattern. It's hard to see how they're going to set these up. Luckily, because we're doing systems, we're going to set up system problems. Okay. With our first one, Gold's Gym charges $150 to sign up, $10 per month. Fitness Express does not charge an initial fee, but charges $25 a month. In this context of the problem that we're going to see a lot of is each sentence represents an equation. Gold's Gym is in our first equation. Fitness Express is in another. So we want to be able to compare the two. We're coming up with two separate that can compare. Right beneath this, let's write Gold's Gym. Gold's. Let's look at the information that we can write. We're always going to have a start. How much does it cost to start? And the changing. How much does it change over time? So for Gold's Gym, how much does it cost just to start up? 150, right? How much do they charge per month? $10. Those are the only two things that we need to know. Okay? Because check it out. If we want to rewrite this, I'm going to kind of erase this bottom portion. Y would be our total is equal to the changing cost. So how much does it change over time? 10x plus 150. The start cost is always going to go tagging on to the end. We always tack it on at the end of the things. If we do the next one, Fitness Express, so I'm just going to write Express. We're going to look at start, and we're also going to look at changing. What's the start cost on Express, Fitness Express? Nothing. The initial cost is 0. It doesn't cost anything to start up. That's where they get you. Okay? They do it all over the place at Fitness 19. No money down, but you'll pay $50 a month. What? You're crazy. If you do it cheaper, 24. Okay? Changing costs, so how much does it change per month? Do they charge you per month? 25. Again, we have our equation here. Y is equal to our total cost, changing $25 over some kind of month for X, plus $0. Make sense? Make sense? Now, we're not going to solve this one because I've kind of summed this one up. But how would I solve this? I have my two equations. What would be the best way to do it? X will equal to 15. So in a lot of these problems, if you guys can see this, we're going to set equations equal to each other. Set equations equal to each other. Okay? That's all you got to do. Okay, that's all we want to do. I'm not going to solve this one out. We're going to solve the next one out. So if you don't get it, it's okay. Okay, I just wanted you guys to see the setup for all these different types, because once we get here, it's easy. We're golden. Okay, so we're gonna have the same kind of thing. The type of the name, starting cost change, our y equals mx plus b equations, setting up and solving, and that's it. Okay, and that's how you want to set up all these ones that you see on here. What time do we get out here? 11:47. 48? Okay. Let's do one together. So we're going to fast forward this to the next page right here. Okay, let's look at our problems. The Smith family made an $800 down payment and is paying $75 a month for new furniture. Boom, one equation right there. Okay. At the same time, the Cooper family made a $500 down payment and is paying $95 a month for new furniture. How many months will they both have the same amount to pay equally? Or they have paid equally? So what two families are we comparing? What two? Just how we did fitness and goals. Smith and Coop. Smith is going to go on top. Cooper is going to go down below. We're going to have a start cost and the changing cost. Start and changing. From there, we're going to do our start for Coop, changing down below. Down below. Let's look at that first sentence, right? I always said, not all the time, but majority of the time, they should be broken down into two parts. Smith family made an $800 down payment and paid $75 a month. So how much did they start when they paid? $800. So we're going to put $800 in that. How much do they pay? How much is changing after every month? $75. So they pay $75 every month after that. The changing cost. Can we write the equation? Smith family is going to be y is equal to what's the changing? Plus 800. Heard it. That's our Smith family right there. Go Smiths. Do the bottom one. Cooper's. How much did they pay for their down payment? $500. How much is their monthly cost? $95 after that. Let's make an equation for them. Total cost is equal to y times 95x plus 500. Boom. Cool beans? Okay. What do we say we do when we have these two equations now? Put them together, right? Set them equal. Heard someone say that. So we're going to set these two equals. 75x plus 800. I'm going to walk you guys through this one as well. And then I'm going to have you guys do your own after that. 95x plus 500. Doesn't matter if you switch them. So you're going to get the same one. Subtracting out 75. I'm going to get 800 is equal to, what is that, 20? Plus 500. Subtracting out $500. I'm going to get 300. 20x. Dividing both sides, x is going to be what? How much? 15. So 15 months, it takes them to both be equal to each other. If I were to just tell you straight out, could I ask you questions straight out? Who's cheaper to go with if we start out? Cooper. They're paying only $500 to start out. Let's say it's after 15 months. So let's say after 20 months or 2 years. Let's say 2 years, 24 months. Who would be cheaper to go with? Why the Smiths? They're going to be paying less for every month after 15 months. So just context of the problem. I'll throw it out there. Feeding you guys like baby birds. Do me a favor. Try the next one. I'm going to leave that one up here. Try the next one. Okay. I need to rearrange that. I don't like how it came out. Don't do the backside yet. Don't do the backside yet. I'm going to change it because I really don't like how it came out. Concepts, I mean, it's doable, but it's not. The way I'm teaching you is not the same way that you're going to see it on the test. In that context of the problems, dimes, nickels, quarters, dollars. In there, they're going to give you, bought 2 hats, 3 scarves one day, cost you this much. Right? So it's the same, but it's different at the same time. And I didn't see that when I printed it out. So I'm kind of mad at myself. So I'm going to give you the homework to begin with. We're going to do, so you're going to finish up those 2 problems on that. I'm going to do a couple problems, and that's going to be it. So the homework side on this side. So the rest of the two will be 2 of them, and then you're going to do 3. That's it. I really don't like how those ones came out. I don't even want. I prefer you guys not even looking at it, to be honest. Why is it easy on? So we're comparing 2 different types. We're comparing Jerry's flooring and Nathan's flooring. I'm going to go to the. Is it? Oh yeah, it's freezing in here. On Friday we're going to be taking this. So for these ones, I'm going to abbreviate them just so you guys can see my abbreviation. Jerry's flooring, so J is for Jerry. Their start and their change. How much did this cost for them to start out? $50 for a service call. How much after that per labor, per hour? 40. So we have our change right there. For Nathan's, we have a start and a change. How much does Nathan charge? 30. Overall, how much does it change over time? 45. Did we come up with our 2 equations? For Jerry's, for J would be what? Y is equal to 40 x plus 50. Our Nathan is going to be y is equal to 45. What do I do to solve this out? Equal each other. Good. We're going to get 40x plus 50 equal to 45x plus 30. Subtracting out 40 from both sides. $50 is equal to 5x plus 30. Subtract 30, we're going to get 20. 5x. 4 is equal to x. So after how many hours are they both equal? 4. Who's cheaper to start out with? Nathan's. If it's more than a 4-hour job, who would you better go with? Jerry. If it's before a 4-hour job? Nathan's. Nathan's. You guys go. You guys are getting it. Okay. Circle those last 2 problems. Circle those last 2. That's part of your homework. Okay. Now, before I continue, flip it over to the back side. We're going to do a couple more. But I have to modify this. I have to modify it. Okay. You guys have these ones already. Coin problem. Okay, these are coin. These are item changing. We want to see money denomination kind of things. Okay. You're going to use the following chart to help you out. We're going to look at the values. We're going to look at things. Kesha has nickels and quarters left in the cash register. Okay. We're going to change. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We'll do it the same way. Okay. Kesha has nickels and quarters left in the cash register. 30 of them adds up to a total of 470. How many nickels and quarters does Kesha have? In this case, we're comparing two different things, just as we did the last one. But because we're comparing two different items, we've got to put them in context of problem. What two coins are we comparing? Nickels and quarters. So right below there, we have our item 1, which is nickels. And we have Q, which is quarters. So I'm going to let N be nickels, Q be quarters. Now, usually it'll tell you what it is. If it tells you a scarf costs $3, or if you bought too many, we'll get to that. But you should be able to tell me something about the nickels and quarters. Okay, what is the decimal value for a nickel? 5 cents. How would it be written as a decimal? 0.05 or 0.05. It is a 500th of a dollar. Okay. Quarters would be written as what? 25. 0.5 would be what? 50 cents. 0.75? Do you even have a coin for that? No. Okay. So that's what we have to be able to identify those. So in our numbers here, in our boxes, do me a favor and cancel out this little middle bottom one. We don't need this one. We don't care about that one. Our item number 1, we're going to put nickels for N, Q for quarters, and we're going to put their value, 0.05 and 0.25, or 0.25, yeah. If we're looking at how many coins they have, what is the total amount of coins they have? Not the value, the total coins. So in our numbers column, we're going to put the total amount of nickels and quarters being 30. So we're going to put 30 here. How much does the total value have? So in the total, we're going to put 470. Now, right up above them, we're going to multiply across this way. We're going to multiply across the right. Meaning we're going to get 0.05 N, 0.25 Q in those spots. The columns right here represent our equation. So we're going to get number of nickels, number of quarters is going to be equal to 30. 0.05 N plus 0.25 Q is equal to 470. These are the two systems we want to use and solve out for. Now, we haven't dealt with decimals. We're not going to solve this one out. We're going to move on. We're going to change it up on you. Okay, we're going to change it up. Okay, what type of system do we want to solve it, or how do we solve this system? Using what? Elimination. Multiply the top and bottom by some values, because it'll be a lot easier to find that out that way. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So, that being said, I'm just showing you this first one just to get an idea, but I'm going to pass out the homework and we're going to do a couple problems on there because they set it up differently. And I want to show you guys how they set it up. And we're going to do a couple problems on there for you. So let me just change it to background. Let's do chalkboard green. Change it up. Now you're not going to do all of these, so I wouldn't do them yet. No. I can give you a pencil. I don't have the pencil. Okay. Now these problems are set up a little bit differently, so bear with me. Okay, I'm going to help you guys out on these. We're still going to set up the box. I'm going to show you guys to set up a box for these ones going to help you out. I'm going to set up a box. A boxy box. I'm hoping we're going to have this written out. Items, cost, and totals. Okay. On the top of this part right here, we're going to put item. This is start. This is, what else do this? Let's put item. Let's do, we're going to skip it and we're going to do start and after. We're going to start on the second one. On Monday, Joe brought 10 cups of coffee, 5 donuts for his office. So what 2 items are we automatically comparing? So donuts and coffee. So in our items, we're going to put donut, dough, nut. I'm abbreviating. Leave me alone. Coffee is our second item. Okay, and we have a start and we have a finish. So in our first one, we're going to have, so I'm even going to erase that. I'm going to do something even more simple than that. Just so you guys can see it. I'm going to say D for donut and or C for coffee, so you guys can see it. Okay. Now, the second part of this is we want to be able to see how much we're getting of each item. Okay. So on the start day or the beginning part, he bought 10 cups. 10 cups of coffee and 5 donuts because we're looking at costs. So 5D, 10C. And this will be the cost. The bottom of this will be the cost of them. I don't care about this one. How much did it cost for his first time when he bought it? How much did 5 donuts and 10 cups of coffee? $16.50. Awesome. The after is what he did. It turns out the donuts were a big popular hit. On Tuesday, he bought something different. He bought how many cups? 5 cups and 10 donuts for a total cost of $14.50. 25. Do you see what we get in our equations? Well, Mr. Raymond. Yeah. Being a circumstances, I didn't know. Yeah, I'm kind of just letting you do it. I'll see him. He won the whole place, so I don't see him. Okay, so our columns here are going to be our equations. So these columns here, I need to give them in a bigger color. So this will be 5D plus 10C is going to be equal to 1650. And then our other one that we're going to do here, let's do it in pink, fancy pink. The other column here, 10D plus 5C is going to be equal to 1425. What do we got to do to solve this? Elimination. Elimination. What should we get rid of? The D's or C's? D's? Multiplying the top by what? -2. Let's do that. Some of you guys are going to have to help me a little bit. I'm going to get -10D minus 20C. Doubling 1650 will give me 33. Hopefully that works out nice. Does it? I hope. We're going to add up our columns now. D is going to go away. We're going to get -15C. And then we're going to get, Jesus, 4725. Is that what you got? Yes? You're right. You're right. $25 or $75? Whoa, hold on. Let me answer these questions. Hold on. 1875. Give me a second. Let me just do that. Hold on. To get my bottom equation, I had to distribute. So I'm distributing from top here. The reason why the -33 is -2 times a 1650 gives us negative. Right? I'm using distributive property on the top. So when I distribute the top in, that gives me a -10. Right? -20, -33. These are going to cancel, giving me 0. This will give me 15C. Taking 14 away from a -33 will give me that value. Make sense? Make better sense? Okay. Dividing out. What do we do? What do we get when we divide out? C is going to be equal to. Let's see. A lot faster. Let's see it. 1875 divided by 15, not 45. 15. This will give me the cup of coffee costs $1. 25. Way cheaper than your Starbucks. Way cheaper than your Starbucks. Touche. I've seen some good coffee. Like cheap coffee tastes pretty good. Dunkin' Donuts has it pretty good. I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's so good. Too much sugar in it, stuff, man. It's like Krispy Kreme. I hate Krispy Kreme. Yeah. Sure. That's disgusting. It messes up your stomach. Here we go. Then all we got to do is be able to plug it back in. Okay, we're going to plug it back in to save some time. I'm going to do that for you. 1650 minus 12. I got the donuts cost. That's expensive. That seems way too expensive. Oh, divided by 4. Cost 80 cents. That's what I got. So I plugged it back in. It's okay. Next one. Let's do another one. Set it up. We're going to do like my beautiful brackets here. This is our item 1, item 2. This is our start. This is our end or after. This is our cost. So let's look these up. I'll let you guys do these and I'll assign you 2 more. Okay. Let's do the one down below, the one right below that one. I bought 3 small dishes, 2 large ones at a visit to Chipotle and spent $14. Ooh, that's cheap. I went back another day, got 4 smaller dishes and 1 big dish for $12. How much does each dish cost? Okay. So for our first one, our startup, so let's compare. What 2 things are we comparing? Small and large. So I'm just going to say S is going to be my small item, L is going to be my large item. How many did we get at our first one? How many small dishes did we get at our start? So we have 3S. What about our large ones? 2S or 2L, sorry. And how much did the total cost come out to? 14. Looking at the other one, I went back another day, got 4 smaller dishes, so 4S. And how much of the other one? 1. What was the total? Oh, this is going to look nice. I like this one. Oh, nice. Okay. We have our equations for this. Our start is one of them. How would I write that one out? 3S plus 2L. Beautiful. Well, how would my other one write out? So the column? Plus 1S or 1L, sorry. That should have been L. Is equal to which ones do I want to get rid of? The S's or L's? L's, right? It's easier to do. Multiply the bottom by what? -2. Get -8. S minus 2L is equal to -24. I'm going to get rid of this middle one. Get rid of this middle one. Then what do? Add them up. Our S's column is going to give me -5S. My L column is going to go away. I'm going to be left with -10 on that side. S will be equal to 2. So how much does a small plate cost? $2, baby, $2. I'm going to take this and do what to it? Plug it in. Love your responses. I'm going to take it, plug it back in. Which one do you want to use, the top or the bottom? Tippy, tippy, top. 3 times 2 plus 2L. So we're going to find the cost of the larger one. 14, 6 plus 2L. 14. Take away 6, that's going to be what? 8. L is going to be equal to 4. So just double the cost. So we have the price of the 2 smaller ones and the 2 larger ones. I want you to do those bottom 2. Don't do the top one. Do the bottom 2, a little bit nicer. And do the last 2 on that backside page. Are we cool? Done.